Hey gamers, today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be going over Night Watch and the abilities that have been sort of leaked. But before that, I would like to quickly announce that we finally have a winner for the giveaway. Congratulations to Miss Moreau727 for winning the giveaway. In truth, I had a ton of fun doing this giveaway as well as meeting a bunch of new people, so I'll probably be doing a lot of giveaways in the future if you guys stick around. Before we get into the actual meat of the video, I would like to thank IDV Curiosity. Their Twitter account is where I got majority of my information about Nightwatch and his abilities. I also want to reiterate that I am using secondhand information. I'm not sure if any of this is actually legit, so I might be talking out of my ass right now. So without further ado, let's get into Nightwatch, otherwise known as Ithaqua. His first ability is Windy Terrain. Ithaqua guides the air in front of him from afar to flow towards him, forming a windy terrain in a large radius for 5 seconds at most. The wind's power will gradually increase, and survivors within the windy terrain will be drawn in by a maximum of 3 meters. The person I relate this most to is probably a slower version of Prospector with his pull magnetism. The second ability is Wind's Flow. Ithaqua consumes 1 charge of wind energy, which will surround his body for a short period of time and make him lighter, increasing movement speed by 12%. This will also increase braking pallet and vaulting speed and last for 4 seconds. This reminds me a lot of Soul Weaver when you walk through her webs. I'm not sure if it's going to work exactly like that, however, it's the first comparison I can draw. At 2,500 presence, you will unlock Windy Terrain Prey. Ithaqua guides the air in front of him from afar to violently flow towards him, forming a windy terrain in a small radius for a short period of time. Survivors within the windy terrain will be drawn in and significantly hindered. Once again, drawing extreme comparisons to Prospector. And then, at 2,500 presence, you will get Wind's Flow ranged attack, consumes 1 charge of stored wind energy, and allows himself to dash forward for a short distance with the power of wind. Later in the document, we have Windy Terrain Control, which changes the wind type from palm of one's hand, acceleration, guiding gale wind, and rushing ambush. I am not sure what any of these mean. However, I can probably guess acceleration is increasing your own movement speed, and rushing ambush will be that small burst of speed that you will get in Wind's Flow and Rage Attack. And the 7th ability is Wind's Kin. The charge limit of wind energy is increased by 4, and every extra usage of windy terrain skills will provide 2 charges instead. This was a lot to digest. Personally, I don't think this hunter is going to be providing much to the meta in IDV. I believe that their abilities are a little bit weak, especially in the early game, having only 3 meters of drawn distance. If what is written here is true, that is very weak. If 3 meters is making that much of a difference, then at that point you can just walk up and get them. The only place where I think that Ithaqua would really excel is by pallets. And the issue with that is there are dozens of hunters that already achieve the same effect outside of just pallets. Now, with the 2,500 presence abilities, it's a little bit different. However, the language used here is very nondescript. I'm not sure what they mean by drawn in and significantly hindered means. I am a man of numbers. That said, I am not particularly in the know of how strong he will be mid and late game. Another strength I see him having is pulling people from the exit gates outside and towards you, which I think will make a lot of survivors extremely angry. However, I also think that's going to be hilarious. So please, if you're watching this video, abuse the hell out of that ability. One thing is for certain, no one's going to be emoting at the exit gate anymore with Nightwatch out. However, that said, there's really not much that's going on. Oh, there's an external trait. Hold up. Being of wind and flow, Ithaqua often appears within blizzards. He has the ability to control the shape of wind and takes the ability to create windy terrain. He will gain wind energy when within windy terrain. Ithaqua is able to release a wind flow by consuming a wind energy. Every extra usage of wind terrain skills will grant an extra charge available, with a maximum of 1 extra charge. Using a wind-based skill will consume 1 charge. It may be clear to the audience right now that I have not gone over the Nightwatch profile before I began recording, and instead of dignifying you guys with actually editing through it, I just feel it's a lot more raw if you get my opinions right as I'm reading them. Because even if I did completely understand everything that's being written here, I still don't have the numbers nor the gameplay footage to back up anything that I'm saying. So whatever I say is as good as, well, trash. But that said, this is going to be a very exciting hunter to play. I'm excited to see what we can pull off with him. His usefulness in ranked is really going to depend on what this means when they say significantly hindered. What does that mean? How much hindrance are we accounting for? How many seconds are they going to be hindered? Are they going to be stunned? Is this like a hermit situation? Or is this going to be more like a soul weaver situation? One other thing that I noticed is that Identity V has a meta of mostly camping and tunneling. Pulling people towards a chair is not going to help much with the meta. So what's your opinions on Nightwatch profile? In the description below, I am going to be leaving a link to the tweet that IDV Curiosity has made. Once again, take it with a grain of salt. None of this is confirmed and is definitely subject to change after play testing. And that's all I really have to say about Nightwatch. Thanks so much for watching. Please comment and subscribe if you are interested in more videos like this. I'm going to try working on a clerk guide coming up soon. I have absolutely no idea how she works. So if you guys have any tips on how to play clerk, please put that inside the comment section. I will probably credit you in the next video. Not probably, but definitely credit you if I use your information. So yeah, thank you once again for watching and have a good day.